Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Agana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Ta Kanta Namostute Kanchana Gaurangi Ade Vrindavaneshwari Krishabhanu Sute Devi Name Varipriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. For Janmashtami, we made a stage in the area of Darshan Mandapa in the new temple and set out rows of chairs amid the construction work and scaffolding. Prabhupada had heard that the devotees were rehearsing for the appearance of Lord Krishna and he wanted to see the play before departing for Hyderabad. 2 days before the festival, Jagat Purusha had organized the drama and played Kamsa. Ananga Manjari played Devaki, Bhayahari played Vasudeva, and Achyutananda, plucking the strings of a tambura, played Narad Muni. Prabhupada enjoyed the performance and applauded enthusiastically, as was common in ISKCON dramas. At the end, the devotees and audience chanted Hare Krishna together. When Prabhupada began to leave for the airport, devotees jumped down from the stage and began to chase after him. And although his car left first, some devotees managed to arrive at the airport before him. When he stepped out onto the curb, he found Ananga Manjari and Aditya Dasi there, shouting Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Ananga Manjari was still in the costume as Devaki in an ornate wedding sari. But she was about to leave for America, and Prabhupada was both elderly and in a fragile health. She thought that this might be the last time she would see him, and her makeup was smeared by tears. Prabhupada smiled broadly as the women offered their obeisances, and as they jumped up and down in bliss, he proceeded into the terminal. Prabhupada stood there for the longest time, Ananga Manjari later recalled, leaning on his cane and smiling at me, practically laughing. When we had moved on, Aditya said, "Did you see how he looked at you and smiled at you?" And I thought, this is the perfection of my life. I entertained him. 2 days later in Hyderabad, Prabhupada asked, "What news from Bombay?" The Janmashtami festival was a great success. Saurabha replied, "We counted approximately for the last 2 days, 20,000 people. The place was packed. People were everywhere. They were sitting everywhere, even on the balconies and in the scaffolding. The press and the television people came. Gopal Krishna asked, every year the television comes. They televised this. The film news, Saurabha answered, for the Abhishek ceremony, which had lasted about an hour up till 1 o'clock, and everyone remained. There were thousands of people. They were just everywhere. Madhudvisha Prabhu, he was narrating of, in 1969, Prabhupada was in Japan, Tokyo. So that time Janmashtami came, right? So Prabhupada said, Janmashtami celebration means reading Krishna book whole day, fasting till midnight and reading Krishna book whole day. And Prabhupada was told, Madhudvisha Prabhu and all the devotees, Kirtanandas at that time, and then Tamal Krishna Maharaj, they were all there, Sudama Prabhu. So one by one, they were reading Krishna book, you know. And then everybody is taking a turn to read Prabhupada Krishna book. And Prabhupada said, it is my turn. It is my turn. And then Prabhupada started reading Krishna book. So Madhudvisha Prabhu was saying, the way we were reading and the way Prabhupada was reading, there is so much difference, because Prabhupada is relishing it and enjoying it so much, reading Krishna book. Then Madhudvisha Prabhu asked Prabhupada, how, you are enjoying it so much? Prabhupada said, I have not written this book. Krishna wrote this book. And Krishna's pastimes are so wonderful. Yeah? So every day you read Krishna book, like that. And once Shrutakirti Prabhu also was explaining that every day Prabhupada enjoyed hearing Krishna book. And then Shrutakirti Prabhu was... so Prabhupada enjoyed hearing demon killing pastime, Krishna killing demons. And then he was searching which demon. I already read yesterday some demon killing. Which demon? Prabhupada saw it. Don't worry, take any book, any story and read. Then Prabhupada said, Krishna book is like a gulab jamun. Right? Bite anywhere, it tastes sweet. Then he immediately started reading like that. So that's how Prabhupada, enjoyed, reading Krishna book on Janmashtami day. So till midnight, whole day they were reading Krishna book, whole day. And then, of course, Madhudvisha was saying that they could not finish the book, but most of the book they finished reading Krishna book. So, on Janmashtami day, of course, in Mumbai, we are very busy, but still, we should, actually, every year I have made it a habit that around 1 month before, I start reading 10th canto Bhagavatam, first part, again and again. So every year I am reading again and again. So it it makes very interesting reading, like that. So next day, Prabhupada's Vyas Puja was there, and then Prabhupada came around 11:30. Then he sat on the Vyasasana. Then he said, where is the Pushpa? Then Madhudvisha Prabhu and all, they didn't understand what is Pushpa. Then they thought some Pushpa rice or something, some like that. And then one devotee started cooking. Pushpa rice, Pushpanna, like that. And then immediately, it became more late. And then Prabhupada asked, what is happening? Where is Pushpanjali? Where are the flowers? Where is the garland? Where is the feast? Yeah? Now, where is the feast? Like that. And then they were all, feast became late. And everything became late. There is no Pushpanjali, there is no garland, there are no homages. Then Prabhupada was very furious. He was very angry. Then Prabhupada chastised Kirtananda Swami. Said, you are the senior most disciple. You don't know how to celebrate spiritual master's birthday? Where are the garland like that? Then he became very angry and then he got up and left. Then Prabhupada, next day he called everybody in his room that day and he said, I will tell you how to celebrate Vyas Puja ceremony. Remember it for life. Remember it for life. Then Prabhupada explained that there should be flowers for Pushpanjali and 5 minutes before 12 o'clock, offering should be on the altar. 12 o'clock exactly, offering should be done. Exactly. 12 o'clock, should be done. Then, homages should be written by the disciples, glorifying the spiritual master. Then you should offer, everybody should stand in the line and offer flowers to the spiritual master, Pushpanjali, and then Mangala Charana prayer should be done, and 3 times you should bow down. Prabhupada explained everything. Then next day they have done it nicely, like that. One very interesting pastime, we should remember how ISKCON got deviated from the instructions of the spiritual master. Once there is in Los Angeles, when Prabhupada was there, in Prabhupada's Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance day was there. Then Prabhupada came down. Then there is Prabhupada asked, where are the flowers? Where is the feast? So Tamal Krishna Maharaj and this Madhudvisha Prabhu and all, they have, it is the idea of Tamal Krishna Maharaj. He said, because it is weekend, weekdays, during daytime nobody will come. So they have decided to celebrate Bhaktisiddhanta's Saraswati Thakur's disappearance day in the evening. In the evening. So when Prabhupada saw there is no feast, there are no flowers, there is no decoration, Prabhupada was furious. Prabhupada was furious. He became like a lion. He said, what is this nonsense? At 12 o'clock you should offer. How can you concoct? That how can you, nowadays, in ISKCON, they celebrate, Gaur Purnima, Janmashtami on weekend, because especially in America, people don't come on weekdays, so they celebrate on weekends. Prabhupada said, this is complete nonsense. And Prabhupada personally cooked, feast. Personally cooked. And Narayan Prabhu, he was explaining in his memories that when the Kichdi Prasad, Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur liked Kichdi Prasad. So Prabhupada cooked very exotic Kichdi and offered to his Guru Maharaj. And then there is a talk is going on and the laughing and all is going on. And then that Kichdi pot has come. And they served Kichdi in everybody's plate. And everybody put their first, nivala, in the mouth. And everybody became silent, it seems. Everybody became silent. It was like Prabhupada put all his devotion and love and everything in making that Kichdi. When they tasted, it tasted like nectar. And each and every, and nobody talked, it seems, the whole, while taking prasad. Nobody talked, it seems. Then everybody tasting each and every grain, enjoying it and relishing it. And then some devotees are getting tears. So what we have experienced just now? It's a different world. They were saying. He was saying. Then everybody was scratching their plates to find even one grain also. And then everybody walked, crawled towards that pot. And if they got any more grains left in that pot, they were scratching and eating. And then they were saying, Prabhupada has given us a sample of spiritual world. What it used to be like, what it would be like in the spiritual world. Like Brahmanand Prabhu was once narrating. I used to invite him for my Friday lectures. So he was telling his pastimes. First time Prabhupada, in 1966, Prabhupada cooked kachoris. First time. And then he started crying. Prabhupada personally cooked kachoris. And then he fed us kachoris. When we tasted, then he started crying profusely. Profusely. He said, it is like nectar. So everybody was eating 10 kachoris, 15 kachoris, like that it seems. Like that. So, like that. I think once in a Atlanta temple or Miami temple, our Pralananda Maharaj, once he was narrating. Prabhupada was doing kirtan, and then everybody was dancing, and then everybody is in ecstasy, and everybody felt that they are in Vaikuntha. They all became transported to Vaikuntha. Then when they commented to Prabhupada, we all got transported to Vaikuntha. Then Prabhupada said, I just gave a sample of spiritual life, spiritual world. This is only a sample. Like that. So that was, Prabhupada gave us, sample of spiritual world. But the more we practice Krishna consciousness, we can experience more and more of this bliss. Like that. Like one more pastime I remember, Madhudusha Prabhu was saying that how, yesterday we celebrated Rath Yatra. Last Friday there is Mira Road Rath Yatra. Original Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra is there. So in San Francisco, the first Rath Yatra they held, and then that was the only Rath Yatra taking place in San Francisco initially. So Prabhupada, when Madhudusha Prabhu and Tamal Krishna Maharaj were there in Los Angeles temple, they were having big fights. So Prabhupada called both of them. Then what is the problem? Why you are fighting? They know we are both are very strong personalities. Prabhupada told, okay. He told Madhudusha, you go and become temple president in San Francisco. San Francisco. Then Madhudusha Prabhu, he offered a wish to Prabhupada. Then he was going Prabhupada told him, make Rath Yatra big, very big. He was saying, that was my first instruction that I received from Prabhupada personally. Make Rath Yatra very big. Like that. And then he was saying that how Prabhupada was very personal, in all his dealings. So then Prabhupada came to attend Rath Yatra, and then they were constructing chariots on the road. So the road was dirty because it rained and all. But still Prabhupada came. They were, he offered, prostrated obeisance to the chariot under construction. Prabhupada said, these chariots also are non-different from Krishna. They are worshipable. So, like that. So, everything, the chariots, everything, connected to Jagannath, all worshipable. Like that, So, that was the thing. Later on, when I first, Mumbai Janmashtami is always the best Janmashtami all over the world. So Maharaj is writing, 20,000 people were attending. Now I think around 20 lakh people will come 2 days, right? We don't have place nowadays to accommodate. So when the temple was there, Prabhupada was sending, when Krishna Balaram temple was built, Prabhupada was sending Shrutakirti Prabhu or Harishori Prabhu, and then Harishori Prabhu, he said, go and count how many people were coming. Then he would compare how many people were going to Bhanumara's temple. Like that. So 100 or 200 people, like that. Now, all our temples have become small. Right? Temples, we don't know how to accommodate, especially on 1st January, we don't know. Janmashtami, like today, just now when I came, so much rush. Right? So Prabhupada will be very pleased, Prabhupada wanted actually more and more people come and take darshan of Radharasbihari, like that. So, there, so in 1991, right? 1991, right? First time Kalash. So Kalash Abhishek was introduced. That was the first time I came ISKCON also. 1991 I started coming. 5,000 rupees was the Kalash donation at that time. Copper Kalash. Copper Kalash. And it was a big hit. It was a big hit. All rich people, they were coming and doing Kalash Abhishek and all. Mic do, mic.
That was the silver jubilee year. So Pancharatna Prabhu was there and we planned 1008 colors and we got 251 or something. So in 92, I got the idea, Akil Tamal Krishna Maharaj inspired me of forming a committee. So I thought this is the opportunity. So in 92, that was the time of Harshad Mehta, Pallav Seth and all this thing. So Pallav came and he gave 60 lakh first.
How much?
60 lakhs. So Janmashtami was affair of 4 lakh rupees earlier. And that year we collected 80 lakh rupees. And then we planned to do Kalash Abhishek, silver Kalash, silver coated Kalash. Silver coated Kalash in 93 actually. 92 we gave break, we gave general Janmashtami. 93 we started silver coated. And from 94 pure silver. So it was a bigger Kalash. Then we brought a smaller.
11,000. Right?
Yeah, 11,000, 21, 25, like that. Yeah. So real thing took up from 93, when the committee was already there.
Now last year we became very greedy. That's a 1,200 Kalash we made. And then there's no place.
And one point our target was that if we get 500 colors, silver colors, but now 1,200 colors, there's no place.
Now this year we made into 1 lakh. We are hoping to 300.
Are 1 lakh, now that 1 cup tea is 1 lakh rupees in 5-star hotel. In Dubai they want 7-star hotel. 1 cup tea is 1 lakh rupees.
The beauty of Kalash Abhishek, every year people, some donors have bad experience. Then the next year onwards we will not give. Then they give. So Prabhupada will be very pleased that all people come and rich people come and take part in Janmashtami, and then we have huge lines going up to you know church here and here in Chandan Takis, and uh, uh, people come in hordes and take darshan. So on Janmashtami day, somebody takes darshan, especially Abhishek, 12 o'clock Abhishek. Very it's very auspicious like that.
Actually, I want to correct one thing. We collected 60 lakh. Paulo gave 20 lakh. Pancharatna was my assistant, and he brought the cash in a suitcase from Narman Point. I just want to correct.
As the construction progressed, various platforms were created, and they were sometimes used as stages for dramatic presentations. For Govardhan Puja, the lifting of Govardhan Hill was performed on a semicircular area at the top of the stairs of the main temple entrance, with the audience sitting on the ground level. Actually, one more thing, Prabhupada actually liked performing dramas. So Sudama Prabhu, he was coming from a family background of actors and dramatists and all. Like in New York, you see there is a Broadway. Recently I went to New York. There is a huge line. People watch dramas. So Hare Prabhu wrote a drama on Lord Chaitanya. Prabhupada asked Sudama, first time he got initiated, very young. Prabhupada asked, what do you do? He said, I come from family of actors and all. Then Prabhupada gave him the script, said, see how it is, if you want to make some corrections and all. Then Prabhupada commented, you can win the hearts through creativity. Through creativity. Like once they performed Hiranyakashipu drama, Narsingha, Prahlad Narsingha drama. Then Prabhupada was enjoying the drama. Then he liked the performance of Hiranyakashipu very much. Then he said, thank you, Mr. Hiranyakashipu. Like that. So then Prabhupada told Sudama that I played a part in Hamlet drama, Shakespeare's Hamlet drama. Oh, like that. So Prabhupada was an expert in everything, like that.
Jagat Purushvadi Hiranyakashipu. And Prabhupada said, thank you, Mr. Hiranyakashipu. And that word encouraged Jagat Purush to start Bhakti Kala Kshetra. That was the...
As the construction progressed, with this many contacts in the film industry, Jagat Purusha was able to engage professional set artists to help build and paint the Govardhan Hill. A pulley system was concealed behind an overhead beam, and when Krishna, played by Smriti Warrior, now almost 11, went to lift the hill, it rose smoothly into the air.
But do the devotee know who is Smriti Warrior? Smriti Warrior is our Sravana, baby, we call her baby.
Yeah.
She comes, study also Shivaji Ratha.
Once, actually, these acharyas were there. So they invited Prabhupada to into their home. And then there's a small house, and then Prabhupada went. Then all the disciples also, they crammed, because they all, Prabhupada would give some nectar whenever he would visit some people's houses, like that. And all the family members of Acharya, Padmanabha Acharya, they were standing and, welcoming Prabhupada. Then all the disciples, they crammed, there is absolutely no place. Then Prabhupada commented, finally, I have taken shelter of Acharyas.
Acharya house was the biggest house on Hare Krishna land. They had his brother, elder brother was ground floor, he was on first floor. And then there are a big hall like this in round, and there are 6 rooms. So that was the biggest apartment.
Acha.
Acharya. That was in front of Prasadam hall. And now it will be in front of Govinda kitchen. There
Govinda?
What Govinda kitchen is there,
Huh.
that was there, A building. That was A building. So the ground floor, Elder Acharya, first floor, Junior Padmanabh Acharya, and top floor was a lady ashram. My wife can tell. There was a lady ashram, they were staying there. And in front of that was Prasadam hall, where Hanuman had to give a feast for killing one Gadha by his bus. And that Prasadam hall is right now Haradas, Siddhi Lalsa, that office, that was Prasadam hall.
Yeah. There used to be
Little backside, maybe where bakery is there, there was Prasadam hall, because the road was there and some place was there for devotee to wait for Prasadam.
I still remember previously Grahasthas also they used to take prasad there. Everybody used to take.
Everybody, sannyasi, everyone, gurus, everybody.
And then there used to be big fights sometimes. Nitai Prabhu.
Now the fight was because Grihastha, they wanted to
Pack.
pick up the tapin and I had to stop it.
One Mataji bit. There is a big fight once. One Mataji bit, earring, ear. Pura aa gaya.
Rohini Sitaran.
Now she is in Chicago. That evening, I wrote Prabhupada. We had a very nice celebration for Govardhan Puja and about 1,000% attended. We prepared a big mountain of prasada and served full meals to all the guests. And we had a full program of Krishna consciousness, including a drama of the story of the lifting of Govardhan Hill. In America, ISKCON was being accused of brainwashing and mind control, and devotees were being kidnapped and reprogrammed. I wrote Prabhupada in Vrindavan that with the help of other devotees, I had been busy enlisting the support of our life members and other leading citizens against the deprogrammers and their allies, and that many were coming forward to help with statements attesting to the authenticity of ISKCON and Krishna consciousness. I also offered suggestions on how to further the campaign. Many of our friends in Mumbai are helping to counteract the movement against us in USA. I wrote Sada Jivat Lal.
Punjabi Chandu Halwai Sada Jivat Lal. Prabhupada loved his kachori.
Prabhupada?
Prabhupada loved his kachori.
Okay.
And he said, I can make better than you. They are joking. Prabhupada, they are joking. Sajivat Lal was there, Mota was there, Agrawal MP, Maheshwari was there. I think, yeah. So Prabhupada was joking. Whenever Sajivat Lal came to meet Prabhupada, he brought kachori. I mean, up to like till 95, 96, till he was alive, every year on Prabhupada Vyas Puja day, a lot of kachori came from Sajivat Lal.
Really? Suggested that your divine grace include Swami Gangeswar Anandji Maharaj in your efforts from Vrindavan. Also, perhaps a delegation of leading citizens and government leaders from Delhi could accompany us to the American embassy to officially protest the harassment of our devotees and request the ambassador to inform the authorities in America that this harassment will damage Indo-American relations and should be stopped. With the letter, I enclosed a decidedly favorable article from a Bombay newspaper. Prabhupada replied, that newspaper article was very nice. It is good that our friends are coming forward to help in Bombay. He wrote, let them present a statement that it is genuine movement. All Indians are interested in spreading this movement. Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Lord by all Indians. His birthday ceremony, Janmashtami, is observed by all Indians. In Bombay, there is an embassy branch. Our Bombay friends should go there to express their protest. He had a meeting with local Vrindavan dignitaries and they talked at the length about how to support our movement. Gopal Krishna had been garnering letters from leaders of Bombay society and had gotten one from the ex-mayor. He was working on the draft of a letter that he hoped would be signed by the members of the parliament as well as by the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. 3 MPs had already written positive letters and Gopal Krishna was confident of across the board support of ISKCON as genuine representative of Indian culture and religion. Efforts were mounting on what was becoming an ISKCON-wide effort. In Vrindavan, Gopal Krishna spoke by phone with Rameshwara, discussing their requirements, and along with Hamsaduta, Jagadish, Akshayananda and Harishauri, he met with Prabhupada to discuss the fight. Another case had come up in Los Angeles. He informed Prabhupada. One of the top young female book distributors had been kidnapped and held for several days, but she had managed to escape and return to the temple. Now she and the devotees were suing her parents and their hired deprogrammers, and the case was generating favorable publicity. The whole issue was attracting public attention. Articles were appearing in almost every major paper in America, though some in New York were not very favorable, and even overseas publications were carrying the story. So finally, this quote, Prabhupada said, in order to prove that our ISKCON is authentic, go to the court and read Bhagavatam. Then they have so many volumes by the time. The judge was flabbergasted. You will read all these books? Like that. So Prabhupada later wrote, saying that, I think in one of the purports, Prabhupada wrote, there was a huge case filed against ISKCON, and it would have taken a long time and so much expense otherwise. Prabhupada said, by Krishna's grace, in one hearing, because the lawyers, Prabhupada used to call lawyers, liars. Prabhupada wrote an article. Before 1960s. All the problems in this world are because of lawyers and politicians. You know why? Prabhupada gave. From the sky, air comes. From the air, fire comes. From the fire, water comes. From water, earth comes. Right? When the politicians, they speak lies in the parliament. When the lawyers, they speak lies in the courts. The ether was contaminated. And then from the air, from ether, air is coming, air is contaminated. Fire is contaminated. Water is contaminated. Earth is contaminated. All 5 elements are contaminated because of the lies being spoken by the politicians and the lawyers. Right? And then if you chant Hare Krishna, then whole thing will be purified. Unfortunately, ISKCON, Prabhupada, they did not listen to Prabhupada's instruction. When Prabhupada heard that in Australia, devotees were doing kirtan and all, they were put in the jail. Prabhupada said, don't spend money on the lawyers. In America and Western countries, lawyers and dentists, they are very rich. They don't brush their teeth properly, that is why they have, dentists mean very rich man, and lawyers. Yeah? Prabhupada said, we don't have money to spend money on the lawyers. Whether you are outside or inside, you have to chant Hare Krishna. Right? You have to chant Hare Krishna. So, chant Hare Krishna. So, they were chanting Hare Krishna in the jail. And they were not eating anything given by them, jail food, because it contained onion, garlic, meat and all. So, it attracted the press that, Hare Krishnas are fasting and they are continuously chanting Hare Krishna. In the cells, they are like that. Then it became very favorable. And the court has to give a verdict that they are not guilty, release them. So without spending 1 paisa, they got out. Prabhupada said, you don't spend money on the lawyers. Prabhupada had very bad experience. Till now, the Gaudiya people, they were fighting in the court case. In the court, there is no verdict. There is no verdict. Simply fighting. But unfortunately, we also spend so much money. One interesting thing, these deprogrammers, even Giriraj Maharaj's father also, they have hired deprogrammers, psychiatrists and all. And they have interviewed Giriraj Maharaj. Then they were interviewing Giriraj Maharaj. Then he said, what about your father, father and mother? Then Giriraj Maharaj said, my father and mother, Radha and Krishna, my duty is towards them. Like that he was arguing with them. Then the deprogrammers, they have given a verdict that this boy is incurable, he is permanently infected. Then Prabhupada liked this word, permanently infected. Like that. Prabhupada was not worried. We should not be afraid, he said. Ma manusmara yuddhacha. Remember Krishna and fight. Krishna advised Arjuna that you fight, not that we shall not fight. We shall fight to the best. He said that as we gained importance, our enemies would try to suppress us. That is natural. Even Krishna was suppressed. Krishna could not be suppressed, but the attempt was there. Kamsa. So these things go on. Still we have to work. If we work sincerely, then we will come out successful. Madhudvishya Prabhu was saying, on initiation day, Prabhupada gave him the name, Madhudvishya Das. Your name is Madhudvishya Das. Everybody said, Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Then, because they are foreigners, they don't know. He forgot the name. What is my name? Then he went and asked Prabhupada, what is my name? He said, Madhudvishya. Well, what does that mean? Prabhupada said, one who is envious of Madhu demon. Then Madhudvishya Prabhu was surprised. Krishna is envious of Madhu demon? How Krishna can be envious of anybody? Then Prabhupada said, Krishna is a person and he has feelings. He came because this Madhu demon was very, very big, huge. That's why Prabhupada was envious of Madhu demon. That's why your name is Madhudvishya Das. Prabhupada was very interesting. Everything he has, answered. Like that. So Kamsa, Prabhupada was saying, so that is why when you are preaching, when the demons are disturbed and they complain, then Prabhupada said, that means your preaching is successful. You are preaching and then you are not facing any opposition. That means something is wrong. Otherwise, there are always enemies to Krishna. Right? But there is one Swami, Bhakti Tirtha Swami. He had they were distributing books, in the libraries and all. He had a technique. Who will take whether the librarian is a demon or a devotee, he used a technique. He would go and present Prabhupada books and then he would take out pictures of paintings of, the ISKCON paintings he would show Krishna's painting, picture. It seems the demon means as soon as he would see the painting of Krishna, he would become angry. If he's a devotee, he would like it. Natural. So that's how he would judge. Okay, this fellow will take. Oh, this fellow is a demon. As soon as they see the picture of Krishna, they will become disturbed, it seems. Demon means as soon as they see Krishna, like Kamsa, like that. So demons means everywhere, you don't have to do anything wrong. You keep on chanting and Hare Krishna, then they will become disturbed. Hey, why are you doing? Right? So the first symptom of demons, when we say Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead and all that, then they will say, why not Lord Shiva? Why not Durga Devi? Why not this? Why not that? They will ask. Like that. Prabhupada, I will tell one very nice pastime about Kirtan. Madhudvishya Prabhu was saying that once in La Siniga temple, there was a church, and then there is an initiation ceremony was there. And some Italian crew, they were filming also. And then Kirtan was going on. So, like our Devkin Prabhu always says, Swami step. Right? Swami step. And then going forward and backward and like this. So, that was taught by Prabhupada. That is called Swami step. Right? Swami step. So, they were doing Swami step. So, meanwhile, there is one lady, Shama Devi, from Vrindavan. She came along with her disciples. So, she joined Kirtan. So, she was also dancing. Then, Prabhupada was sitting and watching. And then suddenly, Prabhupada got up. And then he started dancing. Initially, he was dancing Swami step. And then suddenly, to the amazement of all devotees present there, Prabhupada started jumping up and down. Started jumping up and down. Then Madhudvishya Prabhu and all, they were shocked. Oh, man, all this while we are only doing Swami step. Now that means we can jump up and down also. So Prabhupada was jumping into the sky and falling, and jumping into the sky and falling. And everybody is in ecstasy. Then they all started jumping up and down. Started jumping up and down. Like that.
Actually, there is a mistake. This lady came, it was in Kenya. The lady came from Vrindavan, and Prabhupada knew her when he was staying at Radha Damodar. So she was familiar to Prabhupada, Prabhupada was familiar to her. So she started doing dance by holding the hand like our lady do Ras dance. And Prabhupada did not like, but he didn't want to insult her. So he stood up and he started jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Just to tell the devotee that this is what we are supposed to do, not that one. And then even after Prabhupada left, then the lady, they used to do like that. And then Brahmananda, I think, he wrote letter to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, what should you do? The lady are doing like same like that what the lady had taught. And Prabhupada said, our system is Swami step. Do as I have said.
Yeah. So then that lady, then she started singing. Then she brought a mridanga. Then she started playing mridanga. Then Prabhupada sat down and then he told her, you lead the kirtan. Then immediately Madhudvishya Prabhu called Brahmanand Prabhu in New York. West Coast means very liberated, Then East Coast means very conservative. So, he called Brahmananda Prabhu. Then he said, do you know what is happening right now in the temple, Los Angeles temple? He said, what? Prabhupada is jumping up and down in the kirtan. Brahmananda Prabhu asked, how do you do that? He said, just jump up and down. Then Brahmananda Prabhu called Toronto. Toronto, Prabhupada is jumping up and down. Oh, so from there, then Montreal, Toronto, everywhere is spread. Prabhupada is jumping up and down in the kirtan. Then it's all spread, Then everybody, then the Madhusura was saying that kirtans are not same anymore. After that. I have a question to Devakirandan Prabhu. Yesterday, kirtan, you didn't allow that tumba. But Prabhupada allowed all the instruments, no? What is the objection? Like Prabhupada, they were playing guitar, somebody was playing flute.
In beginning, Prabhupada encouraged, but slowly, he confined to Mridanga Kartal. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, he gave that example that my Guru Maharaj did not even allow harmonium.
Yeah.
But I am, because you all are Western boy, you are, addicted to music, so at least harmonium, that's it. And then also, he said harmonium also for sitting and doing kirtan, not a standing kirtan.
Yeah.
So our parampara is Sankha baje, Ghanta baje karatal, Madhura mridanga baje, paramara sal. He doesn't say Madhura jamira baje. The Madhura mridanga. And you saw in mridanga what you can do kirtan, this jam se you cannot do kirtan. This jam kirtan you can do Punjabi, bhangra kar sakte ho bas. Mangala dance.
Anyway, there are so many things like Prabhupada, like in New York, they used to sing only this Prabhupada tune, Prabhupada dhun, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is most hit album of ISKCON. There is one devotee, Jiva Goswami Prabhu. He was actually producing, very good singer he was. Now he is no longer there. And then once he went to Balasaheb Thackeray, to come for opening ceremony of his cassette at the time, like that. Then Balasaheb Thackeray told that Jiva Goswami Prabhu, if you bring, there is one song, kirtan sung by your Guru, Srila Prabhupada. If you bring that cassette for me, I will come. Then he went and gifted Balasaheb Thackeray that Prabhupada dhun. So that was very, very famous, even George Harrison also, he was very attracted to this Prabhupada dhun. Hare Krishna. Then everybody was singing that only. But in San Francisco...
It was Hare Krishna dhun. Not Prabhupada dhun. It was Hare Krishna dhun.
Hare Krishna dhun. Yeah, sorry. Hare Krishna dhun. So, then Prabhupada... then one devotee sang another tune. Then Prabhupada liked it. This is very nice. Then he asked, can I sing? Yeah, why not? Then from San Francisco, all other tunes, some other tunes also have started. Of course, nowadays devotees sing, based on filmy songs. It's not so nice. Like that. Anyway.
Actually, once I asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj about this, because those days in late 70s, the new tune started coming more. After Prabhupada passed away, more thing came. Then Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, we should stick to what Prabhupada had taught us. And then one thing Prabhupada told him, that this Hare Krishna dhun Prabhupada sang, it comes from the heart. It comes from the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It comes from the heart. So
I didn't know that. Very nice.
I mean, in Tamkan Square Park, if you hear that first one with that thing Prabhupada singing, like calling for Krishna, it is coming from the heart. That was very, I mean, I became very emotional after hearing Bhaktimal Krishna Maharaj.
Goloka tune.
Prabhupada told this come from the heart, Goloka tune. Yes.
Very nice. I didn't know this. I will, anyway, they're reading. So I will, Prabhupada, we should learn, actually I request devotees to read more and more Prabhupada pastimes. Then you will know many things, how he dealt with devotees. Right? So, Shrutakirti Prabhu was telling, when Prabhupada was giving lectures, he would speak very high philosophy and then he was very strict. But when he is in his private chambers, he was very, very merciful. Very, very merciful. So when devotees would go and complain about the other devotees, that Prabhupada, he is not chanting, then Prabhupada would comment, maybe he is too busy, he is in his service, maybe he is not getting time to chant. So he would not allow anybody to criticize other devotees, right, in front of him. And Prabhupada, where he would come to know that somebody has broken regulative principles, right? So now in ISKCON, the system, now there will be meeting and all that punishment and all that. Prabhupada would not mind actually if somebody has broken regulative principles or anything. So Prabhupada would always try to rescue that devotee and put him in that condition, like that. So he was very, very merciful, but he was very, very strict when it comes to philosophy. When somebody deviated from philosophy, then Prabhupada was very, very strong. When Brahmananda Prabhu Maharaj, that time, Subal Maharaj and Vishnujan, and then Gargamuni, these four of them, they were preaching that Prabhupada has become God and all that, he was not coming back and all that. So Prabhupada removed them from ISKCON. And he said, you take danda and you preach on your own. This is a punishment for you. So they were walking and hitchhiking, and then later on he took them back, later on when they realized their mistake. So Prabhupada was, so Madhudvisha Prabhu was, I was reading, so it's a very interesting thing, we relish, when telling about others fall down and all, but Prabhupada did not like it. When they were saying that Madhudvisha Swami left, he went away with some thousands of dollars, Prabhupada said, that is his salary. He has done so much service. That is his salary. Like that. So later on, Madhudvisha Maharaj, Prabhu now he sent his danda by post. So Prabhupada liked that gesture. Then he said, he is feeling ashamed. He's feeling ashamed. So when Prabhupada was, later on Madhudvisha Prabhu went to Hawaii and then he got married, and he was, then when he came to know that Prabhupada was sick, that time his wife was pregnant, then after she delivered a baby, Madhudvisha Prabhu came to Delhi to meet Prabhupada, to Vrindavan, with some other devotee. So at the Delhi railway station he shaved, then Sika was there. So Madhudvisha Prabhu was saying, when Madhudvisha Prabhu met Prabhupada after some time, after his fall down, Prabhupada did not ask him, why did you do this, you are a sannyasi, and all that. Then Prabhupada asked him, Madhudvisha, you maintained your Sika very nicely. But actually he did not maintain, because he was having hair. Only in the Delhi railway station he shaved. Then Prabhupada asked him, where is your wife? Where is your wife? Then Prabhupada Madhusha Prabhu was told she just delivered the baby, she didn't want to travel. Prabhupada said, yes, she should not travel, she should take care of the baby. How is she? She's okay? Prabhupada said, yes, Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada told, there is a very famous purport in 8th canto Bhagavatam, Gajendra Moksha, that, Prabhupada told, you should be situated in a proper atmosphere, because crocodile is very strong in the water, elephant is in a foreign land. Like that, whether it is a sannyasi or a grahastha, whoever it is, one should be situated in a proper atmosphere where you feel very strong. Then Prabhupada said, don't worry, you practice Krishna consciousness in grahastha life, but you don't give up Krishna consciousness. You can go and read that purport, 8th canto Bhagavatam. So when he came out, he came out with so much encouragement, and then he felt the compassion of Prabhupada. He felt the compassion of Prabhupada, that how merciful he is. He never condemned that, you are a sannyasi and then, you fell down, you should not be, you should not come in front of me, this and that. So Prabhupada was, bestowing so much love upon him. Like that. So it is very nice. Then later on, actually during that thing, please remember this very carefully. So during this incident happening, Prabhupada told Pushtakrishna Maharaj, don't advertise this, don't publicize this incident of Madhudvisha. I will try to come, bring him back. I'll try to bring him back. But Pushtakrishna Swami, he did not listen to Prabhupada. He went to Australia where Madhudvisha was GBC there. He told everybody Madhudvisha fell down. He's having an affair with some lady and all. Then when Prabhupada came to know, he was very angry with Pushtakrishna Maharaj. He said, you rascal, why did you do that? Now I cannot bring him back. He will feel ashamed. I told you not to publicize it. Why did you do that? So later on, Harishari Prabhu writes, in 1975 or 76, Pushtakrishna Maharaj wrote a letter to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, I am very sorry, I am unable to follow the regulative principles, so I am giving up my sannyas. Then Prabhupada commented, in the Transcendental Diary it's written that if you displease an acharya, you must fall down. Right? So later on, Prabhupada, of course, anyway, then Prabhupada, then he sent a letter, Hawaii, from Hawaii, some postcard. Hi ho, Prabhupada, you like Hawaii. When you remember Hawaii, please remember me also. Then Prabhupada started shedding tears. Said, you all have done so much service, how can I forget you? Right, like that. We can learn, all these things from Prabhupada. That how Prabhupada was remembering each and everybody's service and all. Now I would like, if any devotee wants to contribute, wants to say some pastime of Prabhupada, they can share. देखो क्या हो माइक
I think सो जाता है, थक गया है माइक, कल रथ यात्रा में थक गया है बेचारा आयो करे. He reminded that how Prabhupada used to deal with devotees. There was a fight with Tamal Krishna Maharaj and one more devotee. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj was Prabhupada's secretary. So he said, I am going to complain about you to Prabhupada. Some fight was there. So this devotee who started the fight with Tamal Krishna Maharaj was, I don't know, Gargmuni or whoever was there, I forgot the name. So was very frightened that, what will happen now next. And then after some time, Prabhupada called that devotee. And he told Tamal Krishna Maharaj that you go out. You send him. You go out. You send him. So he went and said, okay, Prabhupada is calling you, go. So he was frightened. And then Prabhupada made him sit down. He said, oh, Tamal was so happy with your service. He glorified you so nicely. He glorified you so nicely. Then, all his thing that he was very afraid and all this thing, just gone. Everything gone in 1 second, right? And then later on, that devotee, Prabhupada gave him prasadam and all these things. Prabhupada said, keep on doing your nice service, you are doing, I think book is something like that. And then this devotee went to Tamal Krishna Maharaj and he apologized to him. He apologized to him that I am really sorry for what I did. So he said, how did you understand that you did wrong? Did Prabhupada talk? He said, no, Prabhupada said you glorified me so nicely. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, also intelligent, he didn't say anything. So this is how Prabhupada used to handle. This is how to handle. So he could have chastised him that why did you do wrong or why did you do mistake, but no. He didn't insult him.
Anybody wants to say something about Prabhupada? Achintya? Want to say something? Okay then. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita ki, I'll build you a temple ki, Hare Krishna.